Most people do not fail because they dream too big. They fail because they dream too small. Because somewhere along the way, they stopped believing, stopped imagining, stopped seeing possibilities. Life taught them to be realistic, to stay safe, to stay comfortable, to lower expectations, to want less. And slowly, their dreams became smaller. Their world became smaller. Their future became smaller. But you were not born to live small. You were not born to spend your life wondering, what if? What if I tried? What if I believed? What if I took the chance? Because regret has a way of haunting people. Not the risks they took, the risks they didn't. The dreams they abandoned, the opportunities they feared, the life they never dared to pursue. That is the real tragedy, not failure, never trying. Dreaming bigger is terrifying, because bigger dreams require bigger sacrifices, bigger courage, bigger faith. They demand more from you, more discipline, more patience, more resilience. And that is why most people quit. Not because the dream is impossible, because becoming the person capable of achieving it feels uncomfortable. Growth always does. The caterpillar must leave the leaf. The eagle must leave the nest. The seed must break apart before it becomes a tree. Transformation always feels like destruction before it feels like growth. Remember that. Every great achievement began as an impossible idea, a vision, a belief, a dream. Something people laughed at, doubted, questioned. Every inventor, every leader, every creator, every dreamer faced the same thing. People saying it can't be done. Yet somehow, it was done. Because the difference between ordinary and extraordinary is often one decision. The decision to believe. Not when evidence exists, before it exists. That is faith. And faith changes everything. Because once you believe something is possible, your actions begin to change. Your habits change. Your mindset changes. Your standards change. Your entire life begins moving toward a different destination. The problem is, most people wait. They wait for confidence, for permission, for certainty, for the perfect moment. But the perfect moment never comes. The clock keeps moving. The years keep passing. And one day, many people wake up and realize they spent their lives preparing instead of living, planning instead of doing, dreaming instead of becoming. Do not let that be your story. Take the risk. Start before you feel ready. Move before you feel confident. Act before the fear disappears. Because courage is not the absence of fear. It is movement despite fear. And every step forward creates momentum. Every action creates belief. Every challenge creates strength. Until one day, you become the person you once wished to be. Not because luck found you. Because you refused to stay where you were. Because you dared to dream bigger. The world will always tell you what is realistic, what is practical, what is likely. But history was never written by people who accepted limits. It was written by people who challenged them. People who imagined more, wanted more, believed more. So do not shrink your dreams to fit your circumstances. Grow yourself to fit your dreams. Become stronger. Become wiser. Become more disciplined. Become more courageous. Because your future is waiting on the other side of the fear you avoid. The life you want requires a version of you that refuses to settle. refuses to quit, refuses to think small, then maybe the dream inside you was never random. Maybe it was planted there for a reason. Maybe that vision keeps returning because it belongs to you. Maybe that restless feeling is your soul reminding you that you are made for more. More growth, more impact, more purpose, more life. So stop asking if the dream is too big. Ask yourself if you are willing to grow big enough for it. Because ordinary lives are built from ordinary choices. Extraordinary lives are built from courageous ones. And everything changes the moment you decide to stop limiting yourself, to stop doubting yourself, to stop living beneath your potential, and finally, dare to dream bigger.